That looks interesting.
Well, I know how you like a morning muffin, John. So I thought I'd make you some.
Keep it together.
What was your preference of buttered bap?
No, I like a muffin in the morning.
So anyway, you do know now that our children would have disowned us in the first 30 seconds of this video. Yeah, I know. Right, I actually seriously am making some lime and blueberry muffins with a little pistachio sprinkle on top. So I thought it'd be quite nice.
Very fancy.
Just a bit fancy pants actually, but it's very simple. It sounds fancier than it is because all my recipes, as you know, are very easy and very quick and very stress-free because, you know.
Is this one out of your book?
No! Believe it or not, no.
Maybe it could go into your new book.
Well, that would be very nice, yes. Lovely. That would be very lovely. Don't get everyone excited because it's not been published or even accepted.
Or even written.
Or even written. So, but it could possibly be. So, in here, I haven't written it down because I've just written the recipe. So we'll have to see if it works. I have got 100 grams of softened butter in here. It's a warm day, didn't take long to soften. 150 grams of caster sugar and the zest of 2 limes. Now, if you have itty bitty limes, 2. If you have a big lime, bigger than this, 1, okay? And I haven't really done it very well anyway, but I've saved these because these are for my rum and coke later. I'm going to do 2, I can't do 3. So I've got the zest of those limes and they're going to go into the butter and the sugar. And some people have asked about this. They've asked about this particular grater. It's brilliant actually. It's by Zest, okay? And you have this little, I'm not advertising it at all, people just ask me, it's got this little plastic shield at the back so it means it catches the zest, which is a great idea. No one else ever thought of that before. Anyway, zest of a lime, 2 limes goes in there. And as you bash it like this, you're releasing the oils from the zest. So it's always good to just add it at this stage. And then into this, I'm going to beat, well no, actually, first of all, I'm going to just put this into a little juggaroo. Actually, I'll just do it. I'm going to put the eggs and the yoghurt in here together. Okay, so this is 150 grams of natural yoghurt, Greek yoghurt we've used. That's what I like about muffins. They have this sort of, it's kind of adding wet and dry mixture together to create a lighter, the yoghurt really sort of adds a nice light touch to these muffins. They're very, very yummy. Oops.
Oops. Oh, you'd be using that one then?
Yeah, I'll be using that one. 3 medium eggs, okay? If you've only got large, 2 large eggs. They're going in as well. Oh, no door. They look quite big, or is it just I've got glasses on and I think this is bigger? Are they big?
They're large ones, yeah.
Are they?
Oh,
I thought they were
actually, I
medium.
don't know.
Oh no, they are large, aren't they? They came from the milkman.
Sometimes he delivers medium ones.
No, I think these are large. They look large to me, they don't look medium, they're large.
I can't believe we're spending 20 seconds talking about the size of eggs.
I know. It's our life then. If we're not doing that, we're naming our birds, aren't we?
Mm.
I haven't seen tunnocks lately. You're right, okay, the tunnocks, they're actually called dunnocks, but I could never remember their names, so I call them the tunnocks, and now they're called tea and cake. Too much time in lockdown on our own, haven't we?
Mm.
And then the finches, Leonardo da Vinci. And Leonardo had a bird called Isabella, so it's Leonardo and Isabella da Vinci. Yeah. Woody the Woodpecker, that's a pretty simple one, isn't it? Okay, so beat that together, add the yoghurt and the egg in there. Beat that, it looks a little bit like a baby posset, but it will come together quite nicely, so don't panic. That goes in. Oh, it might just be a total unmitigated disaster because I have just written this recipe, John, and you know sometimes, rare I know, but it does go wrong. Right, mix that together. That smells nice. Do you like the lime? Did that hit my phone? Okay.
I think you hit everything but your phone.
Okay, so that's now in the egg, the yoghurt, the sugar, the butter, and I remember to say this to remind me that I put everything in, because that's what I do.
Looks like it's split.
Looks like it's split. No, it hasn't split. Absolutely perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Like I know what I'm talking about.
Well, you do sometimes know what you're talking about, don't you? I've had a bit of a disaster lately, ladies and gentlemen, with my sourdough bread. I peaked so well on my first one, and ever since then, it's been a struggle. John said to me the other day, and I mean, those of you who've got fairly territorial about your kitchen will understand what I'm going to say now. He said to me, he said he wanted to make his own starter and give it a go. No, it's not going to happen. 250 grams of self-raising flour. Some people put plain flour in and then add the bicarb and the baking powder separately, but I'm just going to make it easy for you, and I'm going to put self-raising flour in. But if you don't have self-raising because of the flour shortage, and I know what it's like, use 250 grams of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of bicarb. Okay, so that's just going to get folded in gently, and halfway through folding this in gently, I'm going to fold the blueberries in, okay? Because we want to move fairly quick now, we've got the flour in. And I don't want to overfold this. So I'm now going to add blueberries, 150 grams of fresh blueberries, frozen are fine. They're just a bit wetter, but frozen will be fine. I also do this with raspberries, so if you don't have any blueberries, put some raspberries in. They will be just as good. Okay. Alright, so that's now looking lovely.
Just going back to the kitchen being your territory.
Yeah.
That obviously means that the dishwasher and the sink is your territory.
No, that's not my territory at all.
But that's part of the kitchen.
No, that's not my territory. That's a slightly different part of the territory. So everything above the counter, apart from the sink, is kind of mine. Cupboards included. Dishwasher here, sink, no, that's definitely your territory. I'm just going to a little dash of milk in here, just to give it a little bit of make it a bit sloppier. Look, for ages I was loading the dishwasher and washing up, and then you told me I was completely rubbish at it, and so I stopped.
False economy.
I'm a false economy, apparently. Yeah. I mean, that is true in some areas, but in other areas you get lovely meals.
That's true.
I clean the loos. I am the director of sanitation in this house.
And you get lovely clean dishes.
And I get lovely clean dishes, and I do the ironing sometimes.
As opposed to things just flashed under a running tap.
That's how you wash up. Well, that's how you wash up when you don't want to ever wash up again, and then somebody else does it, and then your plan works.
Dodgy ground.
Dodgy bird.
Dodgy ground.
Dodgy ground.
Back to muffins.
Back to muffins. So I'm now going to put them into their cases. There's 12 cases here. So scoop the mixture into there. Like that. And then I've got some little pistachios. So I thought what I'd do, and I should have done it in preparation earlier, but I didn't because I'm a bit silly, is just to put a few on top, and that just gives another texture, and I like a little bit of different texture and things, so just give it a little bit of crunch. These go into the oven. Guess what they go in at?
180?
180. Might reduce the temperature down once it's got the initial heat hit and it's helped to rise them. I might just turn them down a little bit so they don't burn, but I'll let you know what I do when the time comes. There we go. I'm just going to top up all of the ones I haven't filled. They come high, okay? They come high. You're not icing them, so you don't need to worry about them overflowing or anything. It's all part of it, I think. You get a bit of blueberry juice coming over the edge. It's quite nice. It just... Can you see what I'm doing? Because I've got a big bowl in front. Sorry. I don't know if you can see.
Not the best position.
I know, I'm sorry. I could just put it to the side, actually. Hold on.
That's fine though.
No, it's not very professional of me, is it? I think I hadn't done this before. So I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they were doing like a little profile thing for this charity book, and she said, "How long have I been cooking for? And what have I done?" Oh, God, I've been cooking a very long time, John. Very, very long time. I mean, since
You would have thought you would have got better than by now.
It's all very well, but then what happens is you get old and then you forget things. It's a problem, isn't it? And you'd know about that, darling.
What are you making again?
For you or me. All right. What do you think? Have I scraped this enough? I don't like it when you just have stuff left over. There we go. Really, really, really lovely jubbly. Right. Pop that in there, down, fluff it down a bit, it'll be lovely. Right, great, fantastic. Okay, so in here, I'm just going to grab a couple of little pistachios and quickly give them a little bit of a bash, a chop. These have all been, you don't have to do this, we just happen to have them kicking around, so I'm just going to chop those, pop them on top. Just a little sprinkle, a bit of colour, a bit of texture. They'll probably burn. That'll be lovely, I'm sure. Okay, and then these go into the oven, as I said, probably, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so. 180. If they look a little brown, I'll turn them down, but I'll let you know once I've taken them out what the situation is. Okay, lovely, wonderful, great, brilliant, lovely, lovely muffins. Behold, John, my resplendent muffins. Resplendent muffins. Behold.
They smell and look lovely.
Are they really good? Of course they are. They took 25 minutes at 180. I didn't have to turn it down. Our oven's a little bit uneven at the moment. I think I might have pushed them slightly further back, but sometimes when your bake is a bit uneven, your cooker needs a clean. So it could just be that. Anyway, they are all delicious. They've all risen beautifully. And you've got those lovely, what I really like is you've got those lovely dark muffins, and then you just have these lovely little green bits of pistachio with the purple skins. I think almost looks as though I planned that, doesn't it? And I didn't just bung it in because I happen to have some pistachios. Look at that. Look at that. That is just gorgeous and incredibly hot. And as always, I'm obviously... look at that. Beautiful. Blueberry marbling. Can I just have a little smell? Oh, that lime with it is really lovely, John. Really lovely. Not else the lime is... Oh, they're light as well, they're so light. And they are incredibly hot. Don't eat them like this because A, you'll burn your mouth, especially when you get a bit of hot blueberry, but also probably give you raging indigestion. But because it's you lot out there, I should do it for my art. Do you know what? They're lovely. That lime just lifts it. The yoghurt really helps as well, makes it very light. But actually, the lime goes so well with the blueberry. There's two things I've never really put together before, but it really works. And that pistachio, that little bit of crunch on top is really nice. Do you know, I am so pleased with these. I'm pleased with them because I made them up and I'm very, very pleased with them. I think they're lovely. So, yes, please give them a go. Oh, hot. And if you make them, do send me a pic. Okay. I would like to feel them.